A few paragraphs from chapter 10 of Revival Count Me In, the Book of Acts Revived. What if we have committed a sin that seriously affects someone? How is this to be handled in the church setting? Let's look at Matthew chapter 18, verses 15 through 20. Moreover, if your brother commits a sin against you, go and show him his fault, but privately, just between the two of you. If he listens to you, you have won back your brother. If he doesn't listen, take one or two others with you, so that every accusation can be supported by the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. If he refuses to hear them, tell the congregation. And if he refuses to listen even to the congregation, treat him as you would a pagan or tax collector. Yes, I tell you, people, that whatever you prohibit on earth will be prohibited in heaven, and whatever you permit on earth will be permitted in heaven. To repeat, I tell you that if 2 of you here on earth agree about anything people ask, it will be for them from my Father in heaven. For wherever 2 or 3 are assembled in my name, I am there with them. Now the audience in the book of Matthew, to whom Matthew was speaking in chapter 18, 15 through 20, was likely a mix of mostly Jewish believers and some Gentile believers, and of course non-believers. His gospel was probably also evangelistic toward the Jews, who did not yet believe that the good news was also for Gentiles. How do I know this? I will tell you. When a Jew would hear this, they would have immediately known that this passage, Matthew 18, verse 20, for wherever 2 or 3 are assembled in my name, I am there with them, dealt with church discipline, synagogue discipline, the law, and not with group prayer. We tend to apply it to group prayer. Well, I can pray by myself and Jesus is with me. This is because the passage would have reminded the Jews of the passages in Deuteronomy concerning the law. Deuteronomy 17 and 19 speaks of 2 or 3 witnesses gathered to testify in court. The witnesses were necessary to establish a case in court. All right, so God's talking about his heavenly court. When the case is established on earth, then God, the impartial righteous judge of the universe, is in total agreement in his heavenly courtroom. This misunderstanding of Scripture, mixed with childishness, backbiting, crybabies, adult tantrums, jealousies, hiding sins and guilt transfers, hidden agendas and schemes, receiving false accusations and the like, has caused church splits and seriously injured feelings that justify feeling hurt. Numerous times people are falsely accused. Instead of the eyewitness boldly and politely walking directly up to the perpetrator to inquire of the offense, they go behind their backs and complain to other people, usually to a leader. Then the leader has already been prepped to think negative things of that congregant. The leader should tell the complainer to go to the person on their own and speak with them. But leaders usually do not do this. They engage. Our leaders have enough to deal with. Stop wasting their time with petty complaints and gossip. If there is a very serious matter, then go to the police. They too are ministers of God, called to keep peace. So then, a fire starts with untamed tongues, James 3, verse 5 through 8, and division finds its place in the church, with devils directing the scene. If evidence of sin is not presented properly, believers need to toss it out of court.